When my sister called, her voice buzzed with excitement that filled the entire room, even through the phone. She wanted to celebrate her engagement with friends and family, and she wanted to do it at my place. "Your apartment is cozy," she insisted, painting over my doubts with optimism. I agreed instantly, but as soon as the call ended, I sat on my secondhand couch staring at my bank app. Like if I refreshed it enough, maybe it would transform zeros into something more hopeful. I made a list, careful and practical. At the top, borrow chairs. Make desserts that look expensive but aren't. Stretch one chicken for as many people as possible. In my small kitchen, I scribbled ingredients and ideas, determined to conjure celebration out of thin air and good intentions. The night of the dinner, my apartment dressed up for the occasion. The cheap thrift store tablecloth turned the hand-me-down table into a stage for premature toasts and big dreams. The oven became my sidekick, somehow transforming cheap ingredients into miracles at a temperature labeled hope. The room filled with scents of cinnamon and garlic, the kind of aromas that suggest a feast even when the plates aren't overflowing. As guests trickled in, they brought flowers and laughter, stories from years ago, well wishes for the future. My home, usually so quiet, was suddenly charged with joy, every corner buzzing with conversation. People found spots to sit wherever they could on window ledges, borrowed folding chairs, even the floor. For 2 hours, my living room held more laughter than furniture. In that crowded, warm space, no one seemed to notice the cracks in the paint or the thrifted cutlery. Toward the end of the night, as candles dripped wax and empty plates piled high, my sister quietly pulled me aside. Her gaze was gentle, her smile both grateful and a little bit apologetic. "I know you can't afford this," she said with honesty, her eyes brightening with tears, not just for her joy, but for the effort she knew I'd given. She walked to the pantry, swung open the door, and gestured inside. I stared in disbelief. There, lined up, behind the mismatched dishes, were bags of groceries, rice, beans, bread, fruit, each bag tagged with a sticky note in familiar handwriting. For the week after, for lunches, for treats when you forget you deserve them. My friends had seen what I'd given and decided I shouldn't end up empty-handed because of love. They'd snuck in quiet gifts, making sure, in the gentlest way, that hosting this party wouldn't mean I'd have nothing left. I sank down onto the kitchen floor, heart thumping with a mix of gratitude and surprise, and for a moment I let myself be loved, really loved, in the way you feel when you've given everything and still, somehow, receive more than you imagined. Sometimes, you think you hold up the world for others, only to realize you're being carried too. When you put your last bit of joy or generosity into the world, good people make sure you don't run out of what you need to keep going. The richest nights aren't measured by what you own, but by who surrounds you, and by the kindness that quietly fills your pantry when the party's over. Community is wealth that can't be foreclosed.